Good day, modern day humans. I am the furriest of Isle, and I come to you unfiltered because I am doing a review of the brand new, I don't know if it's brand new, can you class it as brand new? Yeah, whatever. The Jeffree Star Cosmetics Gothic Beach Palette. I don't even know what you call it. Gothic Beach? Is it just the Gothic Beach? The new Extreme Frost palette. These don't tend to have like a base to it, like a colour, like they tend, I don't know how to describe it, but where most highlights have a base to it, these don't tend to have that. It tends to be just a shine. However, that white one definitely does, in my opinion. So I'm still going to put a little bit of average highlighter on. I'm going to go with this pinky one right there in the O for a Glow Up palette. Doesn't have to be crazy. I just want some sort of base because I don't want... They're all quite light in that Jeffree Star palette, so I don't want it to be like a weird ashy colour. It's never happened before with this formula. Like that is... The Extreme Frost is one of my favourite highlighting formulas ever. It's fucking expensive, but it's also really cool. Okay. I then tend to go in with highlight again at the end, by the way. But I like something to stare at. I don't know which one to go for. It's definitely going to be this one or this one. Okay, I'm sold. It's this one. Summer Death is called. Oh gosh, that's purple. That's pretty cool. It's also got like a little bit of pink in it, so it's still going to tie into the red that I thought I was going to, but obviously it's going to be purple as well now. Okay, good enough for now. I'm now going to get on with the eyes. There is a lot to do, and I can't believe how long this is. Anyway, stop whispering, you're quiet enough, Deuce. I'm trying to think, where is my eye base? There it is. I can go in there, that can go in there, and I used to put on like so much eye base, and it was insane. You really don't need that much. I'm just going to cut this bit. I then take a fluffier brush and just buff it over my lid, basically. And to be honest with you, like, I also, like, you would think that I wouldn't put highlighter, like, up here if I'm going to just, like, cut it off and everything. But I actually quite like the way that it, like, ends up dispensing, like, a glitter throughout my eye. Look. Like, I've tried before. I was at one time gonna learn to like do my eyes first and everything. I fucking hate doing it. Hey, let's get started. So this is actually the review of the Gothic Beach palette by Jeffree Cosmetics. So many people, for some reason, have an issue with this palette. I actually really quite like it. Like, it's not one of my favourites, and to be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie, a part of me is sort of going off Jeffree Cosmetics. Like, I will always love like the packaging and the formulas and stuff, but I just, at the moment, I don't know what it is, but I am like sort of wanting to explore other things and everything. Don't get me wrong, I probably still buy every palette he's got, but I don't really tend to get lip products anymore. I don't get like this and the highlighting palettes. It's about the only things that I get now. I don't actively go for lips or lip gloss or anything like that. Anyway, as I was saying, most people for some reason have a real big issue with this palette. I think it's quite cool. I think that it fits the story fits Gothic Beach, so like the darker colours and the purple and all that fit goth, but the darks also fit like pebbles on the beach, the browns fit the sand, the green fits palm trees, I guess, and all that. The only thing I think they should have been is a blue. That's literally all I think they should have been. Yes, I have already dipped into this a couple of times, but this is my actual review. As always, I put a neutral one over the base, so I'm going to go anti-sunburn probably. And I literally put it all over. Actually, I'll do this bit, but then I'm actually going to make a look off camera and then show you it and do it on camera. There's no way I'm doing both eyes on camera. Okay. Okay, good enough. I will be back. Okay, so this is the eye I've come up with, and it is one of the worst eyes I have done in a long time. Oh god, it's hideous. And I can tell you why it's hideous. What this palette desperately needs is a light shimmer. All the shimmers are dark, so there's not a bright one to put on the lid. The brighter is this one, and it's not bright enough. Literally, I cannot stand the sight of it, but I've come too far and there's nothing else to do. Obviously, if this wasn't a review, I would have gone in with a lighter one on the lid. Probably the white one here, but I'm reviewing the palette, so I've got to use the palette, and it's fucking awful. This eye's fucking awful. This palette has promise, and I like it visually, but there needs to be a lighter, like even if you put in like a light shimmery blue to represent the sea or something, there needs to be a light colour shimmer, and it's not there. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. I fucking hate it. But you know, I still don't understand really like people's absolute despising of it, like it's the worst thing he's ever created. But the colour story is missing an essential piece, and that's a light shimmer. Maybe that's what people are upset about, because I can understand it, because I am also upset. I know I said I wasn't going to use this in the eye look, but I need a brighter colour, at least for the inner corner. There is no way I could have gone without it. It's flipping hurting my soul. Anyway, let me show you how I made this monstrosity, shall I? Okay, so all the brushes are on my knee, by the way, that I used, but I am so upset that I am so conflicted. I'm not conflicted at all. I'm so in a mess. That's what I mean. Okay, so starting with it, I started with Umbrella Attitude. This, like, it's got like glitter in it and it's actually pretty fucking beautiful. And that's the thing though, all these shades are beautiful and it is a beautiful palette. It's just missing an essential piece, and that essential piece is the fucking shimmer, the lighter shimmer. I am so upset about it. And it's weird because I want to like this palette because it is beautiful, but I do not like the fact that it doesn't have a light shimmer. Can I say it more enough? With the same colour, I'm going to buff it out. It just all seemed to go into one because there wasn't really a light enough colour. Okay, so I didn't go straight up. I didn't connect it like I normally do because I thought I was going to use a different colour, but it didn't really matter in the end. But I'm going to show you how I did it regardless. I then used more and just tapped it because I wanted some more of that shimmer that's within it. There we are. I then did, where is it? I then went on with Glitter and Gloom, another matte shimmer one, and it's, I have to admit, the matte shimmers are pretty fucking awesome. I'm just gonna do it in a line first because it maps out where it ends. And I just build it up. I'm not gonna lie, my mood has dropped drastically. I was going in on it and I was like, I'm gonna show these haters that this palette is fucking awesome because it looks awesome, the packaging's awesome, the colour story looks awesome on a visual level. It's just, there's just something about it though that's not working, and I do think it is the lack of a lighter shimmer, because a lighter shimmer to highlights what you need. And like, I know people go in with another palette or go in with a single, and that's great, but not everyone has the money for that. Some people would just buy this palette and this palette alone for their makeup, and they're lacking a light shimmer to highlight. So if it's those people that are annoyed, I can completely understand with that, because you need a light shimmer in our palette to highlight. Anyway, I then went in with Oh Boy, hopefully trying to get some different colours, but it all just sort of went into one another, to be honest with you. And I literally took this one up to the brow, even though you don't want to recreate this look, believe me. Just gonna keep going because it took a while, believe me. Even though this seems to be holding more its lightness than the other side, but I've already done the other side, so I've got to try and get it to match. Just bring some of the darkness up to it because it's going to end up a vastly different coloured eye compared to the other one. Just take a bit more and buff these back up a bit. Where have I put the black one? There it is. Good enough. If it's still quite light, I'll then go in afterwards. I then did the eyeliner bit because I'm trying to make my way through this solution because I'll never buy or use this again, but it does its job for when I'm not doing a performance because it takes too long for when I'm doing a performance to work with. Okay, so I'm always so fearful of it running. That's another reason why I don't use it for a performance. Continue. Doesn't matter as much because I'm then going to cut it with concealer. At the base, sorry. Oh god, that's gone way thicker than the other side. Oh well. Is it possible to make this look any worse? Okay, I'll leave that out until I do the bottom bit. But for now, I am now going to cut it. When I find the thing I cut it with. There it is. So, I totally made this way harder than it had to be. I should have done this first, but oh well. And if I get it in the eyeliner, I'll literally just go in with it again. I'm totally nearly out of this. Why did I do this bit first? Why did I do the eyeliner first? I just like making life harder for myself. Mayfune. Keeps fucking going off. And then did like a little strip following the eyeliner. It's further up. Ugh, damn my hooded eyes. good enough. Out of that. My phone is unbelievable. There we are. Okay, so on to the shimmer bits. I'm not gonna lie, this bit's so disappointing. You can probably tell I've gone quieter, my mood has dropped. Hopefully, as usual, lashes will solve and save everything for me. I think it was this one, I'm not completely sure. Anyway, on the lid, I decided it was between these two because I thought that was the lightest, and so I was going to have to use that one for highlighting. Yeah, didn't work out, but I went with this one for the lid. Like, once upon a time, I didn't really care about having such a dark lid, but now I hate it. Like, I want a bright lid. Okay. I just realised that I did the wrong colour. It was the other one. Oh my fucking god. I'm such an idiot. Let's see if I can go over it. It was actually this one, Sunday Slut. Oh, everything's going wrong. Let's see if it goes over it. If not, I'm going to have to try and change up the other side. Oh god, I'm such an idiot. I suppose it's not doing terrible. Oh, it's alright, I guess. I'm so stupid. I was looking like, this isn't the same colour as that bit there. Why is that? That's why. Okay. Then I did. Oops. I did Parasol Passion, that one there. And it's literally just following this bit. Yeah, 1 minute. Sorry. Forgive me. Oh, I'm trying to blow away my own fallout. Ugh. And now I've just got black everywhere. Oops. This is another good thing about pressed powder. It tends to go over a lot as well. If you're messy, like I am. You wouldn't have this problem if you learned how to do your eyes first. Yep, I know. Just me talking to myself, don't worry. God, this is such a messy eye. But I am not restarting. If it's way too much to do. Okay, good enough. I then took this one that I used earlier, the Gothic Yak. And this was in the centre. good enough. Trying to think of what I did next. I then highlighted, I believe, when highlighted. I have lost the brush. Oh my god, I hate my knife. Oh, I'll just do it with this one. Okay, so I took this one, I have no idea how you say that, macabre madness or something like that. It looks so much lighter than the rest, but it's not. But I've got to show you what I did. I put it on the top here, thinking it was going to be a bit more like a silvery shade, but it's not. It's straight up like greyish with a hint of purple to it. But I put it on regardless because this is literally when my mood dropped, like really dropped. Oh god, it's awful. I don't know, it just seemed a lot lighter in the pan than it is on the eye. It was very, very deceiving. I then took a clean brush and I tried to like just at least try and marry it. Because it's fucking hideous. Okay, with that done. Oh god, it's so fucking bad. I then went in and I topped up the eyeliner area. Please, I don't want to have to put in more of the liquid, but I'm going to have to, aren't I? There we are. I will say though, like, as you've probably gathered, my content or whatever will be very sporadic at the moment because I have a lot going on. I'm going to try my best to keep it every Saturday, Friday-ish that I make it, but I can't promise it's going to be a weekly thing anymore. I don't know what happened. 1 minute I had nothing to do and then I had everything to do. Okay, so now lower lash line. It's about that width away. Good enough. God, this side is so much messier than the other. Go right underneath and stop about there. God, this side is so much worse. And it's weird because this is normally my worst side. Okay, so that's the eyeliner bit out of the way. And now I've just lost the brush. There it is. I'm going to do the under eye first and then show you what I did to try and save the highlighting situation. I put a bit of the Vixen Vibration because I wanted to try and make a lighter under eye to do something different. Just pat it on. I forgot to do the white eyeliner. I'll do that in a minute. Ugh. So I just pat it on like that. I then got a fluffier brush and I mixed these two, Old Boy and Piranha Pretty or something like that. These two. It's actually going brighter on this side. I might have to try and check up the other one. I don't normally bring it out this far, but I did. Oops. Okay, good enough. White eyeliner, that was it that I missed. Okay. You have to obviously clean it off a lot because it obviously goes no longer white. I then took a little brush and I find where I put it, there it is, and I buff it out. I don't normally take the white out this far either, to be honest with you. But I guess I was feeling miserable, so I decided to do something different. And I've not done with the eyeliner at all because I then clean it up a bit. I'll do. Okay. Now, trying to save this highlighting situation. I used Glimmer of Hope, the one in the middle, and I put it over this bit here. Because it's weird because they don't normally do it, but the white one definitely has some sort of base to it. And I didn't want it to like fuck up the entire thing. Like just having a random white streak through it. I then took a clean brush and I tried to buff it in a bit. Just to give it that, well, I don't really know what it does. To give it that brightness, a bit of brightness and difference and dimension, so it's not so exactly the same. Because I literally had basically a grey shimmery brow bone, and it was really fucking dark as well. It did take a while though, because it's so dark underneath it. Okay. I then even put a little bit of it on over this bit here because I needed something to pop on the lid. Even if it was just like a little bit, I just needed something. I then took Bloodsucker Bling, the bright white, and I put it on the inner corner. Okay, and buffed it out a bit on the inner, so it's not so. Okay, for the glitter eyeliner, I used this one. Don't ask me what its name is or the brand. I got a load of them from Amazon, and to be honest with you, I'm pretty fucking impressed with them. No more £18 burping. No more £18 Urban Decay heavy metal liners. And this really brightened it up and made me a bit happier. There we are. This is so awkward. Okay. And I am done. The eye. I fucking hate it, but it's better than it was. I'm trying to think how I want to do next. Is it the lashes? Will the lashes solve all my problems? Please let it be the lashes. And it is. Well, mascara and all that first, but you know what I meant. That can go in there. God, I've got so many brushes to clean. Oh God. So onto the mascara and lashes and things that will make me happy. Okay, so I'm going to. There it is. And once again, my phone is being an arsehole. There we are. I didn't fart, that was my mouth. Yeah, good enough. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not somebody who sits forever with the eyelash curler. It's just not my thing. Mainly because I wear massive eyelashes anyway, so it's literally mostly just to try and get them to stick up onto my false eyelashes, basically. And it's the same with mascara. I am not a picky person when it comes to mascara. I tend to just use the ones that come in a mystery box because as long as they paint my eyelashes black, I couldn't give a crap about anything else. Granted, I do despise fat ones like this. Okay, so with that done, it is time for the eyelashes. Where are they? Oh, God. So, let's get them on. Very simple. I tend to do a bit of both, really, actually. I think it's just to make sure they stick as good as possible. I tend to just follow the eyeliner. And when it comes to the wing, I just tend to put a bit of it because it dries clear, so it doesn't really matter. I tend to just like spread it about a bit. And while that gets tacky, I do the bottom ones. Actually, no, I don't. I tend to put a little bit on the eyelash first. There we are. And then I do the under eye ones. Oh, for God's sake. Stupid fucking phone. There we are. You know, just losing my temper with it. I then put a little bit on the little ones. And leave them to the side. There we are. Now, I have to admit, I'm still not the best putting eyelashes on. It's probably one of the hardest things, even though it's also one of the quickest things. It should be one of the quickest. mainly it's because I have such vastly different shaped eyes. So no matter what way, if I look a certain way, one's always going to look crooked. It's just the way I've given up with trying to make them not look crooked, because, as I said, I have got such, oh for fuck's sake, I've got such vastly different shaped eyes that I can look several different ways and they'll always look crooked no matter where I put them. However, I've learned that if I mostly look to the side when I'm taking pictures, they look alright. I need to remember to do that when I'm pissed. Big flop. Okay. Then bottom one. I don't remember which one I did first. Oh well. I suppose we'll find out. Like, some people absolutely despise putting full lashes on the bottom, but I don't give a shit what they think. I think it looks so cool. And it gives me that almost arty like side that I like. Have I put this? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Damn it, I've got two at the same side. Lashes. Oh, there it is. Oops. Do you think this will stick without having to put glue on it? Because I really can't bother to wait any longer. Oh god. Ow. Ah, for God's sake. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, some people absolutely despise bottom lashes, period, or only really despise using a full lash as a bottom lash. I actually think it's fucking cool. It reminds me a bit like, you know, anime, like when they have those really big eyes and all that. And like, it's crazy because you would think that they would and I am back. Oh, look at me. God, this makeup is rough. But I'm me and I look gorgeous always. So we'll just, you know, ignore it. Anyway, so my opinions on the Gothic Beach palette. First off, packaging, as always, is a fucking amazing. I love the packaging so much. From the outside, like, I got like Gothic Beach. I didn't really get it at first, but from the packaging, I thought to myself, pastel goth sort of thing. Then, when opening it up, I was like, oh, okay, literally Gothic Beach. So, Gothic and beach colours. So I got it, like, as I said, well, no, as Deuce said, the browns and all that would be the sand, the blacks go in with goth, but it also goes in with pebbles, the green could be the trees, the purples, obviously goth again. It desperately needed a blue, in my opinion, to represent the sea, and it needed so vitally a light shimmer. I cannot believe there's no light shimmer. That one can sort of kid you into being a lightish silver one, and it's not. It's wow dark. It just needed to be a light shimmer in it, and I would have very much liked it. But like, the lack of a light shimmer has like really put it down for me. At first it was sort of like 4-ish, but now it's like a 3-2-ish. Like, I don't think you realise how vital a light shimmer is. Not just for me, but I think in general. However, it's still incredibly usable, and I would still definitely use it. I would just have to get a single or something to pair for it to be. I'd just have to get a single to use as the light shimmer. So yes, it's alright. That's my opinion. The highlighting palette Now, as I said, this formula is like my favourite formula ever. Like, when it comes to highlighters, this is the highlighter I use in drag. My favourite is most definitely Summer Death, the dark purple one, because it's got like pink and all that going through it. This one is a bit different because normally they don't have a like a base to it. It's like, it's really difficult to describe. It's like completely pearl and it's like almost see-through, meaning that like really light colours also suit dark skin. This, however, seems to have a whitish sort of base to it, meaning that it most definitely wouldn't work on my skin tone, but it does work for like eyes and etc. Kind of wish this was the exact same formula as these and his usual ones. So it's not my favourite Extreme Frost trio. I definitely prefer the pink one, and I prefer many of his singles over it. However, I still very much like it because I love this formula. So yeah, do I recommend? I recommend palette, like the two Extreme Frost palettes over the singles, because it just works out cheaper in the end, because they are fucking expensive, this formula. So I would definitely say go for a palette over the single ones if you struggle for money and things. The Gothic Beach palette. Now, if you don't have a lot of makeup and you don't have singles or a highlighter that can work as a single like lighter shimmer, I'd say avoid it, because you can't, I'm sorry, but you cannot make a makeup look without, unless it's all matte. Do you know what I mean? Unless you opt for all mattes, then yes, it will work. But for someone who likes a lot of shimmer or shimmer in general, you need a lighter shimmer shade to make a full eye look, and there isn't one in it. So unless you have singles, unless you have a highlighter that could substitute to it, I don't think it would be a good palette for you to get if you don't have a lot of makeup to work with it. However, if you do have other makeup products to work with it, then absolutely it's a good palette, and it's like a good neutrally darky kind of palette and it's got like a sprinkle of colour here and there. I would say don't get like, I have to admit it's pretty difficult to open at times. Don't be fooled by this section and that shimmer, because while they look bright, it doesn't really translate all that much. Like, if you used it with other colours, I'm sure that it would stay like that bright, but if you just use this palette alone, it's going to like fade in with the darker ones and become darker. Anyway, so that was it. Have you tried this collection? Let me know how you feel. Are you as pissed off as me with the lack of light shimmer? Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.